Hi everybody. Dubai is a city that promises youth, beauty, and energy. But behind the skyline and ambition, there is often burnout, pressure, and a constant race to perform. Today, on Dubai in Context, I'm speaking with Daniella, a professional in one of the world's most intriguing biotech companies, LifeWave. We will talk about stem cell activation, energy regeneration, and how the future of wellness might just be wearable, non-invasive, and light-based. If you live in Dubai or are planning your move, this episode is about staying strong, focused, and youthful in a city that never slows down. Welcome to Dubai in Context podcast, Daniella. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you very much for inviting me.
Let's start with representing your company, LifeWave.
LifeWave is a wellness technology company based in the US. The founder, CEO, and inventor, which is very rare to have the founder, CEO, and inventor all in one, is David Schmidt, who's an absolute genius. And he's invented this technology, several other technologies, with having over 200 patents for stem cell activation.
You are working in a cutting-edge field. Can you tell us your personal story? How did you come to LifeWave and biohacking?
Well, I was personally introduced to LifeWave by a good friend of mine in the US who had worked in traditional stem cell research. And knowing that I had a passion for cutting edge technologies in the wellness sector, he told me that I had to look at this revolutionary patented technology. At the time, my mother was suffering with knee problems and pain. So I dove into LifeWave's research and clinical studies, and I was fascinated by what I found. And both my mother and I were elated and very happy when I patched her knee, and after only 2 hours, she felt an improvement and the pain was gone. As she continued to use it, her benefits only got better. Her skin was no longer dry. Her gray hair was turning black, and she generally had more energy and was in a better mood than she'd ever been for a long time. And she was sleeping deeper as well. Also, my daughter, she had very bad menstrual pains. And when I patched her with actually one of the other patches, SP6, this balanced the hormones, and she no longer has these menstrual pains. And the wonderful thing is that, there's no drugs. It's totally non-invasive. So I myself also had a bump under my foot, and that was very painful. But it took a bit longer for me. It's not always immediate. For everyone is different. And it took about 7 months, but it totally disappeared. Also, my energy increased. Oh, and another thing, a friend of mine who hadn't seen me for a while, when I walked into his shop, he asked me if I had done Botox. I'm 63 years young, and I have never done any intervention.
Well, you honestly don't look like 63 at all. You look like at least 10 years younger.
Thank you. And so, Botox is very toxic. So I would never do anything like this. And this technology is truly amazing because it's not just anti-aging, it's an age reversal.
Speaking about Dubai and Dubai lifestyle, Botox is still very popular and in demand here. So how do you think, is there a chance for LifeWave to open a branch here in Dubai and change this wellness market and wellness market and wellness picture overall?
So LifeWave is already available in the United Arab Emirates. As you know, it's a direct sales network marketing company. So one can purchase it online. They won't be setting up, individual clinics, or it's not sold through the normal traditional shops solely with direct sales through brand representatives. I definitely think LifeWave it's the number one fastest growing company in that sector. And the vision of David Schmidt is to touch and change the lives of 1 billion homes. This patch technology is just the first. It's just the beginning of many technologies that are coming. The supplement Cellugize, which will improve the enhancement of the stem cell technology on the patches, has just been launched in the US, but slowly this will also come to to Dubai, United Arab Emirates, and we're in over 80 countries.
It looks like a total game changer in this wellness and healthcare market. So not only people who care about age reversing will use it, but for example, it can be used for sport recovery, for any other damage recoveries. Maybe you can tell more about the product itself, how it works, what's the idea of it. Like
Yes.
maybe in a simple way, can you explain so people would understand?
Yes. And just to go back, LifeWave is a company that was founded in 2004. But actually, before 2004, David Schmidt was contracted with the Navy SEALs, the military in the US. And he developed the first patch, which was called actually Energy Enhancer, for the Navy SEALs, so that when they were doing their long missions, they would have the energy without using amphetamines and drugs, just by purely patching. From there, the Olympic athletes discovered the energy enhancer, the LifeWave patch, and they started using it. And the beauty of it is they started making new records, so much so that everyone was worried that there was doping. But of course, nothing enters the body, so it was fine. And as you will see, many world-class athletes, Olympic athletes, use the patches to this day.
So technically, it's not a doping.
No doping whatsoever. Nothing enters enters the body. For your question of what the patches actually do, as you may know, Nikola Tesla said, if you want to understand the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. And LifeWave technology is based on exactly this. In short, our body emits infrared heat, and the patches are engineered to reflect a very specific frequency that turns on the stem cells and pathways to trigger natural healing responses. For instance, with X39, in just a few days, 4,000 genes begin to reset. Within 6 weeks, the brain becomes balanced. And within 3 months, collagen is increased. And within 6 months, the heart reverses in age. We have thousands of testimonials of people with slides that you can see that supports wound recovery, age reversal, but also boosts energy, balances sleep, alleviates pain. You know, the body was designed to basically heal itself. So this will just trigger the body with the right energy, right wavelength to function as it normally was designed to do.
It also includes mental focus as well, I believe, not only physical.
Yes, definitely. Yes, and alleviates, many testimonials of people who no longer have brain fog. It also lowers inflammation. Anywhere where you have pain, you have inflammation, and the body is always inflamed by especially in today's day. We are bombarded with 5G and even eating, your body is inflamed. You need to basically rebalance the body and the inflammation and activate the stem cells.
I just wanted to ask your opinion about the fact that our brain works only for 10% maximum. So is it true, or is just like, because I personally, I don't believe that we use only 10% of our brain. I think I agree that our brain is not studied properly. What do you think about it?
I'm not a doctor, but it was interesting. I was listening to the radio the other day, and there was a program where they were saying that now the fact that children no longer really write, they don't write anymore. They don't do cursive handwriting. It means that one part of the brain is no longer being used, which is very important for other parts of the brain. It's a known fact that children who play musical instruments also use a part of the brain that others do not use if they don't practice music. They say the children are more intelligent, but I'm not sure, of this. But I think definitely we do not use all the parts of the brain that we could use. And now there's also a correlation between the heart and the brain, which is coming out in research. Young girl who had a heart transplant. The heart came from another girl, a young girl who had been violently killed.
Oh.
And the new person, the new girl who had this new heart was having nightmares. So it's interesting how the heart that she received from another young girl, reliving the memories, transmitting it obviously to her brain. So there's definitely a correlation between the heart, the brain, and nobody could understand. But then when the psychologists dug deeper, they realized that, and they actually discovered the murderer, the young girl who had received this heart. She described this man, they located him, and then he confessed exactly what he was saying to the girl. It's incredible.
It's like a scenario for a new Netflix series.
Yes.
Sounds unbelievable. I think nowadays it's like no one you cannot surprise anyone with this. Everybody has Google, everybody is aware about how life works, at least trying to understand. I think especially in the 21st century, you have to understand because the world is changing. Like I'm from Russia and from Soviet Union. My parents from Soviet Union, and life that time was very pre-planned from the day you were born till your last day. And people were like very structured and they knew what will happen tomorrow. So it was like a collective lifestyle. But when Soviet Union collapsed after 90s, it was very hard for many people because they, especially for elder generations, because they had to restart their life and learn how to live in a new way. Yes. And I think that the more technologies are developing, the more we have to adjust ourselves. Even I'm now 32, but sometimes and my sister is 18, and sometimes I feel that I'm not coping with the speed of development. Even we have not a big age gap, like 14 years, 15 years, and my son is 7 years. So it's like a totally different person.
Yes,
so life is so fast.
And I think with AI, the changes are going to be just faster and faster. I mean, technology has always developed, but it's been much slower, the changes. But now the changes are going very, very fast. This stem cell patch technology is amazing, but what is coming is even unbelievable with the X2O water technology that David Schmidt has invented. And there will be a Netflix documentary also. But basically the technology basically infuses light into the cells.
Okay, I have a quick question about Dubai. Do you think Dubai could become a global hub for anti-aging and regenerative medicine? And why or why not?
Dubai has major investment in anti-aging and regenerative medicine, from clinics to biotechs. And with its ambition and resources, it could become a leading global center in health and innovation. And technologies like LifeWave fit right in. I mean, it's an international hub. The expats, they work hard and juggle time zones and need high energy and recovery. And the patches are easy to use, portable and lightweight for travel, and therefore simple and consistent companion, assisting with jet lag, recovery, managing stress, increasing stamina, and improving sleep in their dynamic lifestyles in Dubai.
Could it become a mainstream? Because earlier you said that it's a quite expensive product, these patches.
Traditional stem cell therapy is costly and not accessible to anyone and everyone. LifeWave technology is very affordable, especially for stem cell technology. Less than the cost of a cup of coffee, a daily cup of coffee. It can be as little as less than $3 a day, and which is amazing for stem cell technology. The LifeWave's vision is to touch and improve the lives of 1 billion homes.
Where people in UAE can try and can find this product, or it is still not available? It's only like in the process of entering the market.
Well, when in the link that I will give you, basically lifewave.com/drug-free patch, they can order and try the patches. I would recommend the X39. That is the stem cell, because we have several patches for different things, but the X39 is the foundational patch for the stem cell activation. Is ordered online and then is delivered to their home to the address in Dubai. And if they order as a retail customer or preferred customer, they have 90 days money back guaranteed. And if they decide to join as a member, then they will get wholesale pricing and they have 30 days money back guarantee.
That's amazing. Yeah, we will definitely share.
The patch is basically systemic. Will go to wherever the body needs it first. They will decide. Somebody first taking it may or may not feel a difference immediately, depending what it is. You know, I've had testimonials of people with a knee pain, and in 10 minutes they felt a difference. But some people, it may take weeks, it may take months. The general thing is, like, say, if you're 30, you would at least take it for 3 months. So for every 10 years, you would take a month for every 10 years. So if you're 50, 5 months, if you're 60, 6 months, and then that way you will get all the benefits and truly see all the benefits.
3 to 6 months. Okay.
But one must also think of using it for preventative measures. By the age of 30, we only have 50% of the stem cells are active. Already 50% of the stem cells are dormant. By the age of 60, only 10% of the cells are active. So 90% are already dormant. So the importance is to continue to activate your stem cells. Well, I just want to say that LifeWave brings science-grade phototherapy into a simple, wearable format that aligns perfectly with Dubai's ethos of high performance and innovation. And my hope is that by sharing this on your platform, we can help more achievers maintain their edge efficiently, naturally, and without compromise, help people change their lives.
That's just great. I want to show interesting people from Dubai and interesting things that are going on, not only, you know, the ones that we can easily find on social media and stuff.
Yes.
It was really a pleasure talking to you today, Daniella. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
Thank you for watching this episode. On this channel, I talk to fascinating people who live in Dubai and speak about their expat experience. If you're curious about the real stories and life in Dubai, not the glossy Instagram version, stay with me and see you in the next video.